What's going on, guys? My name's Ssundee. Welcome back to another episode of TrollCraft. Last episode, we made this nice little cutlass that's in my hand. Pretty powerful. I believe in between episodes, it's gained another modifier. Tinker's Tools randomly gain modifiers as they level up. Also, I went and planted a miniature seed, which, as you can see, I've managed to get a few more, and I've been growing them. But that's not today's focus. Today's focus is going to be something a little different. Something that will probably... Well, let's just see how it goes anyway. Oh, you know what? Actually, before I do that, I want to quickly make myself a watering can. I'm going to get in there. Right? The watering can, if I put water in it, I'll be able to water my crops. So if I take it over here, I think that should be it. Yeah, there you go. This will allow my crops to grow a lot faster. Ow, that hurts. See, there you go. They're growing. If you focus on this one down here, it does a nice range. There's a good, was it AoE? Yeah, area of effect, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. So they do actually grow quite quick. And there you go, just like that. That took me, what, probably about 20 seconds in total. I cut out the bit in between that I was doing nothing, but yeah, that pretty much took me 20 seconds, and they've grown from just being seeds to fully grown. That's gonna help me in between episodes to getting more of these minicio seeds and whatnot. That will I might have to do some of the work in between episodes, but I think next episode I might be able to focus a bit more on that stuff. Today, however, I want to focus on the Archimedes ships mod, right? Now this is a really fascinating mod. It's quite simple to do as well. Honestly, all you need to start with is a ship's helm, right? If I take that ship's helm, let's go out here and let's put it out here. Just like that, right? Assemble ship, mount ship, and that's it. That I've got myself a little ship. It's well, supposedly you can use it in the air, you can use it in the water, and you can use it on land. However, on land, from what I've seen, is not too good. Oh, I need to, before I get off that, I need to actually dismount it. There you go. So now if I pick this up, because I'm going to use this, so I will need it. Okay, so now that I made the ship's helm, I need to go make a couple other things. First off is going to be a passenger seat, right? So if I take one of these passenger seats, and I use the wrong wool for it, never mind. And I take, let's say I make, I'll tell you, I've got 5 pieces of string in there. Can you go away? Let's make 5 air balloons, right? This is where the actual magic happens. This is actually really cool. So if I put down the ship's helm again, and let's say I put the passenger seat right there. Now, this these air balloons don't actually need to be above or below it or anywhere. They just, as long as, why are you guys all in one corner? I swear, that's how I'm losing sheep. Well, I was saying that these air balloons don't actually need to be above or below or anywhere like that. They can be anywhere as long as they are connected to the ship's helm and all the other blocks. They will work. Right. So if I do, say, like this, right? Actually, I don't have enough. I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna leave it at 4. I assemble ship, mount ship. This should theoretically start. There you go. I just had to find the right keybind. But this now, oh, there's a floating tree. I'm getting distracted. It's slow. It's slow. I'll give it that. But this is an ability for me to be able to fly now, because I know other players have got things like brooms and stuff like that. But this actually gives me not just a method of flying, but actually something else. I'll touch on that just a little. Oops. yeah, note to self, don't shift while you're on there. You have to dismount it. I was gonna say I'll touch on the other option, the other idea it gives me in just a sec, but there we go. I just gotta get on there, and if I dismount that, did it? Yeah. So the last thing I want to make is called a steam engine. You know, actually, I think I might just make say 3 of them. Right, I managed to get this down. Now, if I put 1, 2, and 3 there, and let's just put in all the coal. And finally, let's make my way up. That's not actually touching, right? Because there needs to be another block there. If I put another block there, this won't go anywhere. Unless it was a grass block. But you'll see it's assembled. There's 9 blocks in total, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Air balloons make up 44% of it. Its weight. All of this adds up, right? All of this will mean that how fast it goes, you know, how even whether it can assemble. Because if there's too many blocks and not enough air balloons, like mine makes up 44%. If that number dropped, I don't know what the actual percentage is, but if the number drops, it means the ship itself will struggle to take flight. Now, if I mount, there you go. Now with the yeah, you see it straight away. You can tell straight away with the addition of the steam engines that I added in. I'm gonna crash, and I crashed. Right, so I just had to figure out what the actual key bindings were. So I've changed my key binding so that it's Z and X. Anyone else is playing around with this mod, you might have to go and check it so that they're not clashing with something else. Now if I press X, I will rise up. And if I press Z, I should start descending. The only thing is, when you dismount the ship, like for example, I've got mine set so that it is backspace. Sometimes you fall off, which means I'll have to pillar up again. Also, you want to make sure that it's not touching anything else. Right? There is actually a block called, what is it called? Shore buffer. Yeah, I think it's shore buffer. If you build a base from that, like say for example, I fill this with the shore buffer, I could land this on there. I don't need to worry about it touching or anything like that because I'll be able to take off again. If I didn't have the shore buffers here and I landed on that cobblestone will be included as the ship, which means I won't be able to fly unless I got rid of that. But now I was saying earlier that this actually gives me an idea. What I'm gonna do, I need to get a lot more wool for this to happen. I'm gonna build something and then I'm gonna come back once it's built. Okay, so it's actually taken me a few days to do this. Well, about 3 days so far. It's a lot bigger than I remember it to be. Those of you from Mecha Magic will know what I'm talking about. But I decided I would build the Enterprise. Not just any Enterprise. I'm talking about the very first Enterprise from Star Trek, in case anyone didn't actually know what Enterprise was. And there you go. It is currently raining and snowing in certain parts, like over there. And it seems to have some visitors. Don't just ignore the pink stuff here. It was just me just making my way up and down. I have put a ghost block here so that I can get in and out. Actually, there's another one over here, just to make it even simpler. I did have to make a few adjustments to how it was in Mecha Magic. If you've not seen that video, go check it out. I added in some glass, just so that there's a little bit of a view, I guess. I had to use vibrant quartz glass, which basically is just quartz glass with glowstone dust. It's just so that it adds some light source. And I had to add some glass at the front. This is just chiseled glass. And the idea of this was basically so that I could see where I was actually going, because before I had blue stained glass over there, just there. Yeah, this was all air balloons. But the problem was that as soon as I mounted the ship, this blue stained glass that was here just went completely opaque. I couldn't see anything through it. So I've changed that out. I've made a few modifications. I've added in this little bit of glass here as well, so that we can see where I am going. Now, of course, I'm talking about when I say I've added in this and that, and I made this changes. I am comparing to the previous version that I made. If you guys want to see how to make this, I've not shown it because I thought it's not really fair. It's not my creation. I did follow a tutorial, so there's a link in the description to the tutorial. Go check it out, and if you guys want to make it yourselves, feel free. So just as it's becoming night, I thought, let's take this for a test run. So I've called it Avengers. I know it's the Enterprise, right? But I've called it Avengers for a reason. Type at the moment is unknown and everything because it's not assembled. So if I assembled, the only thing I can think of is that something is touching. Oh, right. Yes, there is something touching. Duh. My pink wood. Right? Yeah, there you go. See? This is what I meant earlier. If there's something touching it, it won't work. So, this should actually... let's undo that. Assemble ship. There we go. Air balloons 50%. Total 1,646 blocks. And that down there is why I call it the Avengers. Because it says... Well, it doesn't actually say... There you go. Assemble Avengers. It doesn't say Avengers Assemble, but you get the idea. That's the title of the video right there. It's a little heavy, but it still works. So if I mount ship, there we go. And I got a emerald. I don't know where the emerald came from. I'm guessing that villager dropped the emerald. But you can see why I needed windows, because one, it's quite difficult to see out here, but not really that these windows are for me to see, but rather if I put chairs in here, other people can see as well. But these glowstone do absolutely nothing for lighting. And of course my my ghost blocks become completely visible. So I can actually move this. It is extremely slow. Trying different views and it does absolutely nothing. I can't see anything. I'm gonna have to stop here because I'm gonna end up crashing into one of these trees. If I just go up a little bit so that I'm not actually touching. And let's turn it around. Oh look, there's my house. Oh no, that's not my house. Where's my house? You see my house? There's my house. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'm gonna dismount it here. And I think on that note, I'm going to end the episode. I need to find a safe way to get off this. I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.